welcome back to OT Sports. Today we got our Week 3 NFL game picks. We're going to be doing this every week now. Every Wednesday night, these should be coming out. So just kind of get used to it. Unless I have some weird scheduling issues. I know last week was weird because it was the first week of doing them in this format. So I kind of had, it took more time to set it up. Now we're kind of in the swing of things, so should typically come out Wednesday nights. Um, unless I have some weird scheduling thing, but yeah, you should expect these every Wednesday. Kind of what else you should expect? You should expect college football Monday, and then MLB. I don't really know what day I'm gonna. Maybe Friday, but I don't really know. Either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, one of them. You could expect the MLB. I haven't really set a day for that quite yet, but we'll figure it out shortly, soon enough. Yeah. Enough talking. Let's just get into the picks. But first, we got to take a look at the standings. So you look at me. I'm all the way on the left. I had a better week this week. Last week I was 8-8. This week I was 10-6. And yeah, we had a little bit of a shake-up. Jackson now in first place. He went 13-3 this week, so he had a very nice week. And yeah, so he's in first place right now, and then Ben and Sammy second and third. Connor and Jack are tied for that last place spot at 16-16. So yeah, pretty interesting. I will have you know, I haven't made NFL videos like in the past, but I've done this kind of with me and my friends, and I will have you know, I've won. I won last year, and I won the year before that. And now last year it came down to the Super Bowl matchup, and Jackson had to go opposite of me on the Super Bowl game to win it. I did pick the Chiefs, so I ended up winning. But yeah, so I don't know. Just thought I would share that with you. Thursday night football, Giants and 49ers. Again, Ben and Jack in the middle because I know for Ben, he likes to wait just to see, but Jack sometimes he waits a little too long. Um, but yeah, I apologize for the Giants' little mess up in the bottom. I don't know if you guys see that. I don't know what I think this happened last week. I just forgot to change it. I'll remember to change it. I'm pretty sure it was with the Giants too, but so yeah, Giants at 49ers. This one's pretty simple. I'm going to take the 49ers. The 49ers have probably been looking like the best team in football throughout the first 2 weeks, and the Giants really haven't at all. They got killed in week 1 against the Cowboys 40-0, and then barely beat I believe it was the Cardinals last week. They came back. Yeah, they have not looked very good, and the 49ers have, so I'm going to take them. Titans at Browns. This is an interesting one. We have a split here. Probably because of the Nick Chubb injury. I do want to say I feel very, very bad for him. It does not look good. And Nick Chubb, I mean, how can you hate Nick Chubb? He's just such a likable guy. He's a very good running back, and the Browns offense will definitely start to what's the word I'm looking for? Decline. I think slightly. Now they are bringing Kareem Hunt. They do still have Jerome Ford, so I don't really know how much of an impact it will. Obviously, it's gonna have an impact. They still have Deshaun. They still have Amari Cooper. They still have kind of all their guys. David Njoku. Just Nick Chubb went down. I mean, Nick Chubb is a huge part of this team, but he's not the whole team. Going up against the Titans haven't looked very great. I'll take the Browns here. I know the Browns did just lose to the Steelers, but I'm still going to take them. Falcons at Lions. This could be an interesting style game. Two very different teams. Falcons are run heavy. The Lions are kind of a high-powered offense, I feel like. Although they are starting to get a little bit more run-based with David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. but I just think of them as a passing team. I don't know. That's kind of just what I think of off rip. But yeah, very different teams. I think the lines are better, so I'm gonna take them. Although I could see the Falcons winning. I don't know. I just don't like Desmond Ridder at all. So yeah, I'm gonna take the lines in this game. Saints Packers. It's kind of what I'm 50-50 on. I really don't know what to think about either of these teams quite yet. They're kind of average teams, both of them. That's kind of how I see it. Um, Packers obviously with a new quarterback, Jordan Love, and Saints also with a new quarterback, Derek Carr. Um, this is kind of one I don't I'm kind of I don't know who to take. I think I'm gonna lean towards Packers, so I'm gonna take them. Just cause it's in Lambeau, that's really I don't know. These teams kind of similar to me, similar like on how good they are, at least so far. Both of them haven't been too impressive, but also haven't looked horrible. So yeah, really just both average. I'm gonna take the Packers though. Broncos at Dolphins. I said this last week. I might be done with the Broncos if they lose, and they lost to the Commanders. They did get the Hail Mary and then did not get the 2-point conversion to send it to overtime. So a tough way to lose, but yeah, I think I'm done with the Broncos. Even if I wasn't done with the Broncos, I would not take them here. Dolphins look phenomenal, and yeah, I'm just gonna take them. They look like a very good team. They did struggle a little against the Patriots, but I'm not too worried about them. I think they have a shot at winning their division. That might be a hot take, but I kind of thought that from the beginning of the year, and I definitely do think they have a shot. Chargers at Vikings. I almost said Dolphins. Chargers at Vikings. This is another one I'm 50-50 on because both these teams are 0-2, surprisingly. Both, I mean, the Chargers obviously are a good team. The Vikings don't really know quite yet. I think they're a pretty solid team. I mean, they were 13-4 last year. Now I know they were in one score games every game, but still 13-4. You got to be at least an okay team to get that kind of a record. And with the Chargers, I think it's time to get Staley. Yeah, they need to get rid of him. He's just not a good coach. I mean, he's just not. And I think that's what's holding his team back because this team has a lot of talent, like just everywhere, offensive and defensively. So, um, yeah, two very high-powered offenses. I expect this to be a very high-scoring game, kind of similar to Chargers Dolphins in Week 1. Um, I think I'm gonna take the Chargers. I don't know. I think they're the better team, but the Vikings could definitely win this game. I wouldn't be so shocked if they did. I really just can't see the Chargers starting out 0-3. Although I can't really see the Vikings, but I could see the Vikings starting out 0-3 more than I could see the Chargers. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers here. Jets and Patriots. Um, in all honesty, I'm not sure why everyone is leaning Jets here. I'm actually gonna go with Patriots. Now, I mean, maybe it's a smart pick. I mean, Jackson's over there. He's in first place by 3 games, I believe, right now. So he's already got an early lead on everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him and the Patriots. They they hung around with the Dolphins in a little bit of a sloppy game, and the Jets just look horrible with Zach Wilson leading the offense. It's just not good. Zach Wilson is just not a good quarterback. He really isn't. They might be better with. I don't know. I don't know if they still have Mike White. They might be better with him. They probably are. Because the Jets are full of talent, but their quarterback situation is going to hold them back. It's very unfortunate Rodgers got injured because they were looking to have a very, very solid season, but with Zach Wilson, I just can't see that happening. In all honesty, I'm gonna take the Patriots to win this game. The Jets just look sloppy. They don't look like a very good team. I'll take the Patriots. Bills, Commanders. The Commanders picked up a nice win against the Broncos. I don't know about a nice win. It is the Broncos, but you know. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills anyway. I just think Bills are by far. I think they're by far the better team. Um, Commanders had a nice start to the year, starting off 2-0, but I think that undefeated season comes to an end at the hands of Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Texans and Jaguars. This is not one I really have to think about it. Everyone's on the Jaguars. I'm going to agree. Texans don't look very good. CJ Stroud had a nice game last week, but they did not win. But he looked pretty good. 380 yards, something like that. 2 touchdowns, I think. That was the stat line. Yeah, he looked good, so good for him. I love CJ Stroud, obviously, because I'm an Ohio State fan, but you know, yeah, he was very, very, very solid last week. They did lose, but the Texans aren't a very good team. I'm gonna take the Jaguars. I think they're by far the better team, and I think they win here. Colts Ravens. Anthony Richardson's been looking pretty good, but the Ravens probably looking like the best team in the AFC North right now. They've been looking very solid. I'm gonna take them to beat the Colts here. But yeah, the Colts. Anthony Richardson's looking like he's going to be a very good quarterback. Michael Pittman's been doing a lot better this year than last year. That defense is usually pretty good. Hopefully Jonathan Taylor comes back soon because that will really open up this offense. But yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens here. Lamar Jackson had a nice game in week 2. They had a nice win over the Bengals. We'll get to the Bengals later. Yeah, everyone's on the Ravens. I'm going to agree once again. Panthers and Seahawks. This one, I really don't know why Matthews over there on the Panthers. I'm taking the Seahawks. They just beat the Lions. They looked pretty good in doing it. Geno Smith looked a lot better. And yeah, I mean, they won in overtime. That was a great game. I'm going to take the Seahawks. Bears, Chiefs. So, boy. So, we'll talk about the Chiefs first. I'm obviously going to take them along with everyone else. The Chiefs had a nice bounce back win against the Jaguars. It wasn't a very pretty game, but a win is a win in the NFL. It doesn't matter how it does in college, which is part of the reason I like college better. But yeah, I mean, the Chiefs, nice win. You're playing the Bears this week, and you have it in Arrowhead. Should be no problems. And the Bears, I'm starting to worry about Justin Fields and his future. He has not been playing good at all. It looks like he's getting worse from last year. Like, he just looks horrible. And the play calling's not good either. They got DJ Moore a little more involved, but man, they just look bad. Fields has 2 passing touchdowns this year and 2 pick sixes. So I don't know. He hasn't been. They just are a dumpster fire. And their defense coordinator just got in big trouble for. I'm sure you guys know what. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on here, but yeah, he got in big trouble, so he's gone. Maybe that's a good thing because their defense does not look good at all. Neither does their offense, so yeah, they just look bad everywhere. Fields is calling out the coaching, saying he's playing like people are saying he's playing like a robot. I would agree. He said it's because of coaching. He said this week he's not going to do that. He's going to play however he wants to play. That's what he said. So if the Bears go out and win this game, I'll be very delighted. But even if Fields looks good, I'm not expecting them to win. I just want the offense to be better. That's all I can ask for, really. And I'm really hoping that Fields is the guy, because right now he's not looking like it. But I'm just the biggest Justin Field fan. He's went to my favorite college team. He's on my favorite NFL team. So I love him, but It's sad. He doesn't look like the guy right now. But I really hope they can figure it out because I mean it would just the Bears haven't had a good starting quarterback ever, in all honesty. So I hope he is the guy. We'll see how they do against the Chiefs this week. Cowboys Cardinals, keep this short and simple. Cowboys have looked like probably them and the 49ers have been the best two teams start the year. I mean, they've outscored their opponents combined 70-10 in the first 2 weeks. They've been looking very good. I'll take them. The Cardinals, on the other hand, looking like a bottom two team along with the Bears. So there you go. Steelers and Raiders. I've been a big Steelers guy for the first 2 weeks. I picked them in both games. Last week, it actually worked out for me. They won against the Browns. Cleveland just can't win in Pittsburgh. I don't know what it is. I had the Browns, I had the Steelers. I also had them week 1 against the Niners. We know how that turned out. And I said if the Steelers lost, I'd be done with them. They did win, so I'm not done with them. Although I'm gonna take the Raiders. I feel like the Raiders are due for a good game. Hopefully Josh Jacobs does a little better this week. I know he had like -2 rushing yards last week. Not good. Jimmy G. I really don't know how Jimmy G's been doing. I'm assuming average. Like he's not really anything too special. I'll look how he did last week. If you guys give me a second. Well, they lost 38-10 against the Bills, so that's not a good sign. 185 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Okay. Devontae Adams had a nice game. No one really else did, but I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's on the Raiders, so maybe I should go Steelers to try to get that little a game up again from the Steelers. I've tried that the first 2 weeks because everyone picked the Niners and the Browns, and I was on the Steelers. It worked once, it didn't. I'm gonna take the Raiders this time though. I don't know. I don't really have an explanation for that in all honesty. I don't know. I'm feeling the Raiders Sunday night game in Vegas. I'll take the Raiders. The first of the 2 Monday night games. I don't know why they keep doing this, and I don't know why this is split. I'm taking the Eagles. I don't know why that is a little. I don't know why that thing is a little bit off in the bottom left corner, but you get the point. I'm taking the Eagles. They're 2-0. They started out, last week. We could talk about last week. They beat the Vikings on Thursday Night Football. Wasn't a pretty game. The Vikings had a lot of turnovers, which kind of screwed them. And the Eagles only won by 6, and they only beat the Patriots by 5. So the Eagles haven't looked too great to start the year. Now Hurts had a better game last week against the Vikings, and DeAndre Swift as well. He had a monster game. I think the Eagles. You see kind of what the Eagles were last year in this game. I'm not expecting the Bucs to do much here. I'm gonna take the Eagles. And then last game, Super Bowl rematch from 2 years ago. Rams Bengals. I'm hesitant. You see our first place guy on the Rams over there. I'm starting to get a little worried about the Bengals. Burrow has not looked good through the first 2 games. I don't expect it to continue, but if it does, that's just it's weird. It's interesting. I don't expect it to keep happening, but if it does, that's something to talk about right there. Because he just got paid a butt ton of money. I don't expect it to keep happening though. I think the offense opens up this game, and in all honesty, I think they blow out the Rams. They're only favored by 2.5 Monday night. They need to win because they start out 0-2, not good. They usually do start out slow, but Can't start out 0-3, especially not against the Rams. And they've played two pretty decent teams first 2 weeks, so I guess give them a little bit of a pass, but they should have won at least one of the games. They looked better last week than they did week 1. Maybe Joe Burrow's just knocking off some of that rust after being out most of training camp and preseason. So yeah, I think they get their first one of the season and rebound here against the Rams. So yeah, that's gonna be the week 3 picks video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, I'd really appreciate that. As always, my X is linked in the description along with my Discord. You can follow that, you can join that, whatever you would like to do. And yeah, I think that's all we have for you. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday with MLB all around. So you guys can look forward to that, and then obviously college football Monday and NFL picks every Wednesday night. So yep, see you guys next time with MLB all around.